So I met Dr. Rosen when I was a CA, taking care of his patients as an aide, and then I advanced my career into nursing and switched over to the RN role and have been there ever since. I was at work in a patient's room working, and my phone was ringing, and I actually was in an isolation room, so I couldn't answer my phone. I did what I needed to do in that room, and then I left the room. I went out to the desk and I was like, hey, who's calling me, you know? And they're like, you know, we're sorry we keep bothering you, but your husband's calling the unit. He says it's an emergency. My husband tells me that, you know, something is wrong with Hunter. Hunter was 3 years old. He had just turned 3. We had the kids at my mother-in-law's swimming that day before I came to work, and they were down there swimming, and he had floaties on, and my husband thought that his floaty had deflated. He kind of got sucked under the water. He was in the pool and was able to get him out right away, but when he got him out of the pool, he was shaking all over. His eyes were rolled back. He was incontinent of urine. He had bit his tongue. I knew that it was a seizure. And I told him that he needed to either put him in the truck and fly up here to the ER, or he needed to call 911. The senior resident at the time was Dr. Coker. I went and got him and told him that I needed help, that my son was seizing. Dr. Coker goes with me in the elevator downstairs to the ER. We wait on my husband. He gets there super fast. Dr. Coker goes and gets Hunter out of the car, carries him, bypasses the whole ER, and takes him straight to the CAT scanner. I then knew that I wasn't a nurse, I was a mom, and I had to stay out. Dr. Coker came out, and with his head down, I knew that it wasn't good. Dr. Coker said that that Hunter was bleeding on both sides of his brain, and that that it was emergent. He said, so I'm gonna go call the pediatric neurosurgeon, and I'll be right back with you. So he came back to me to let me know, for one reason or another, the pediatric neurosurgeon was not available. My heart dropped because I knew, being a neuro nurse, that this was emergent and that someone had to do something. Dr. Coker said, I'm gonna call Dr. Rosen. He's the adult attending neurosurgeon on call. Dr. Coker came back to let me know he talked to Dr. Rosen and that he was getting dressed and on his way in. I've worked with Dr. Rosen, so I've known him, and I was happy that he was called, and that I was even happier that he was willing to come in and assess the situation and see what we were gonna do. He really didn't even have to go into big details with me, because of being a nurse, his priority was Hunter. And he says, you know the risks, you know the benefits. They prep him for surgery, and Dr. Rosen said, I'll take care of him just as if he's my own. Dr. Rosen saved Hunter's life. If he wouldn't have answered his page and came in, Hunter wouldn't be here. Everyone that Dr. Rosen does surgery on, everyone will say the same thing. You never know how you could, repay him or thank him. And I knew to him he was just doing his job. But he did more than just his job, because he's an adult neurosurgeon. And I appreciate him, and I'm thankful for him.
As a kid, kids like superheroes, super movies, stuff like that, I would think of him more as the superhero walking around the hospital, saving everybody's life and stuff, more than just a doctor.
I've seen him work lots of miracles over the years. In all the years of knowing him and taking care of his patients, not one of his patients have ever come back to the unit with a complication or an infection. That's a lot to say about a surgeon.
I'm thankful for that. He was there at the time and he was able to straightforward, help everybody get through the situation. Thankful for just being able to do what I can today, just having a normal life, not having to worry about watching other kids have fun and I have to sit there, or just having that holding back, that disability holding back. I can go out and do what everybody else can, and I'm thankful for that.